So, pushing through is the subject of this morning's very early in the morning recording. I honestly thought that there was something so superbly going on in my mind that I couldn't sleep. I slept 3 hours last night. I got up at 3 in the morning, and it was like the next 3.5 hours full on, just, you know, poured information and things that needed to be done, and, you know, I just couldn't sleep. So, and it's not that I can't sleep. I normally sleep, and I sleep well. There's no issues with sleep. It's just, for last night was one of those, and I let it be. You know, I kind of lay in bed and I went, you know what, I'm obviously not going to get to sleep, but I'm going to be okay with whatever is coming, because, you know, I understand in the next 2-3 hours I might not sleep, but I'm going to allow those thoughts to come through, to pour in. I'm going to, you know, make a mental audit of everything, you know, just go through everything that needs to be done. But the thing that was really connecting with me throughout the night, and I think it's probably because of the sporting event that I'd been to the night before, last night, was the understanding that we've got to push through. You know, people don't finish what they get started, and I'm accused here. I'm definitely somebody who's guilty of that. I don't seem to get to the other side sometimes. In fact, a lot of the times, you know, I start off something and I work on it, I get it done, I produce the movie, I produce the soundtracks, I produce the albums, you know, we produce the books, the productions, the events, the launches, all of those things, but I don't follow through. I don't go to the next stage, whatever that is, you know, feedback. Sometimes we don't know what that next stage is. We need to define it. So it's become a really important aspect to this whole thing, which is really follow through, finish what you get started, you know, move to the next level, whatever that level is. One of the extraordinary things about Ike Perlmutter and the Marvel Entertainment Company, the Marvel Comics Company, Marvel Studios, is that they have a plan, right? They know exactly where they're going. They're totally in with what needs to be done. They understand the value of what's required, and they've got this long-term picture of these are the things that they have to do. These are and you can see it in the way the storytelling unfolds. They've got, you know, one film after another, and they all integrate. They're all checkerboarded. All the stories are crossovers. They all connect. You know, you look back on the Marvel Universe and you go, my gosh, they really had a big picture from 10 years ago in terms of films. They knew exactly where they were going, and even before that, they knew exactly what they were doing. You know, they didn't just, oh, let's just make a film. Because the earliest stages before Ike Perlmutter, the earlier Marvel films were like that. They had no, you know, it was one-off Captain America, one-off Fantastic Four. Oh, let's just sell Fantastic Four to another studio. Sony, let's just keep selling things off, X-Men, etc. There was no thought behind it. And then all of a sudden, Ike came on board, his team came on board, and they understood what the target audience, the viewers, really wanted, right? They understood, you know, extraordinary realism, you know, very high intensity, you know, the best director possible. Get the best director, right? Joss Whedon, get the best of the best, you know, get the best talent. Sign them up for 10 movies, you know, like it's a big thing, but let's do it. Let's sign them up to something gigantic, and then unfold that, and don't give up on that vision. Understand the vision right from the start, but push through, get to the end. People don't do that. They don't push through. They don't go where they need to go. They don't take it to the next level. I see this every day, even with my own clients, with people that I work with on an ongoing and regular basis. they have an idea or something, or they develop something, or they're going in the direction of doing something, but they don't fulfill, they don't go to the next level. And yes, things cost money, I understand, but we need to budget for that. We need to go, this is what we're going to do, this is how we're going to make things come together, and this is, we're going to do it. We're going to follow this thought to the end of its thought, the end of its process. Let's just follow this thing through to the very, very end. But it starts with really having clarity, a clear picture of what that end goal is, the end game. What is it that we're going in the direction of? George Lucas did the exact same thing with Star Wars, right from the very beginning. He understood what needed to be done and what did not have to be done. What must be done, what needed to be avoided doing, because ultimately, if you're selling to Disney, and he had his feet in, he had his feet in the door, with Disney many years before that already. I remember going to experience Star Tours at Disney World. So, Lucas, this was in 96, 97, 98, 99, all of these, Lucas had a plan, he had a long-term vision, and the idea was, yes, it's done well. Episode 4 did well. It did well, great, we're onto something, but he didn't just give it up. A lot of filmmakers, directors, people would have said, you know what, that did very well for me, but I'm going to do something else. I don't want to be locked down. As George Lucas said on the Charlie Rose interview, Star Wars became a big black hole he couldn't get out of, because it was so successful and did so well for him that, and he actually went and started doing more and more with Star Wars, that he realized, oh my goodness, I'm actually in a, I've been typecast as the director of Star Wars, as the producer of Star Wars, a director of 4 films. I mean, George Lucas is an incredible person, but he understood the value from the beginning of, let's add value, let's keep adding value. This is what Star Wars is, this is what we can do, let's keep adding value, let's expand the universe, let's expand the characters, expand the understanding of this universe. What is this universe? So by the time that he had gotten to his 6th film, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, he had, and the Clone Wars, the series, animated series, and everything else that had come with Star Wars, he had a rich universe that was worth $3 billion, give or take, and it was for sale, and Disney was happy to pay their billions of dollars. They were happy to do it. So these things happen. We have to take things to the next eventuated level. So my absolute message for this morning for you is to push through, right? Under all circumstances, push through. But it starts off with defining who you are, what you want to do, where you want to go, and be as far thought through as you can be. Be as far thinking as you can be about where you're going. Decide right from the start. This is how I'm designing my life. Wherever you are right now, you could be in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 20s. It doesn't matter. Design your life and design it so that that's where you're going, and then surround yourself with visuals, with audio, with every aspect of memory that relates to where it is that you're going. It's not just visuals, it's not just audio, it's things that you can feel, tactile things, your little Porsche 911 on the desktop, whatever it is, finger it, play with it, so right, this is where I'm going. This is a reward for where I'm going. And yeah, again, don't confuse obviously your goals with your rewards. Make sure that you are absolutely in the knowledge that the rewards are things you give yourself for having done good value and good service for humans, for people. So extremely important to be aware of that. So let's go for it. Push through today. Push through. Do whatever it takes to push through. By the way, that applies to relationships. It applies to every single thing that you are doing, right? You meet somebody, take that relationship to the next level, and the next level, and the next level, and the next level. Keep going to the next level. At some point, you know, if a relationship's not meant to go there, it'll close off, and that's it, and it's fine. Walk, right? Next. Like they say in sales, you know, the client says no, they want to know more. They want to know more. So tell them more. Tell them more. But if that relationship comes to an end, it's fine. Next. Just move on, right? You know, we don't complete until it's complete. It's not over until the Fat Lady sings, and that's no disrespect to Fat Ladies. It's just a wonderful carryover from past times, which basically is really saying that it's not over, right? Until you're smoking the cigar. We're not smoking cigars anymore either. But you know what I mean? It's not over. Until it's over. And the only time it's over is when you're gone. When it's over. It's like, you know, they're putting you away. That's the, you know, you're gone. You're dead. Okay, you're being medicated. It's over, you know. It's sleep time. It's eternity time. Then it's over. Until then, push through. Make things happen. Like any extraordinary game, play it to the end and play it as best as you can. And you're going to have some chapters of your life that are going to be, you know, closed chapters, and some chapters that are going to be open chapters. They're going to be great chapters of winning, and some chapters that are going to show up losses. It's okay. It doesn't matter. You played, right? Two little quick things, you know, on messing. Kids, you know, excuse my house, it's a mess. This is a saying. Excuse my house, it's a mess, but kids are making memories here. I love that. It's a great one. And the other one is, and it comes from a well-known chocolatier around town, and one of their things that they say is, you know what, go and make all the mess you like as long as you're having fun. It's better to have messed and lived than not to have messed and not lived at all. So make it happen. Play in the mud. Make it happen. Push through. Let's talk more about this in months to come, and let's report back on some of the things that we've achieved. Bye.